Hi guys, this is me Kong again from Posh Coaching Classes. Hope you all are doing great. And today's video, it is a very important video for class 10th. In today's video, we are going to discuss trigonometry. This is one of the most important chapters of your class 10th, and in today's topic, what we are going to discuss is the basics of trigonometry, the main things about trigonometry, and then later on we will definitely do the exercises as well. And make sure that you watch the video completely, because I will be giving some tips and tricks about trigonometry so that you will be able to solve the questions pretty much easily and quickly as well. This video is good for class 10th, it is good for class 11th and 12th as well, and even for the higher classes, because trigonometry is such a topic where this topic can be used in each and every class. So you have to be a pro in trigonometry. So what are we going to discuss today? As I said, it is trigonometry. When we talk about trigonometry, it is based on 6 things. So what are the 6 things? The first one is sine, then we have cosine, then tangent, and then we have cosecant, secant, and cotangent. Right? You might be wondering that what are these names? These are the actual names, but when we use these names, we use the short form of these things. So this is known as sine, simple sine. This is known as cos, then we have tan, and then this is cosec, then this is sec, and then this is cot. Now these 6 things are related to each other. These 6 things, how they are related, that's the reason I have written 3 here and 3 here. Now let's talk about these things. Now when I talk about sine, it is 1 upon cosec. Okay, see cosec here. Then we have cos, it is 1 upon sec. And then when I talk about tan, it is 1 upon cot. And there's one more for this, that is sine upon cos, right? These two, sine upon cos. Now when I go this side, what it becomes, we have cosine, cosec, it is 1 upon sine. Then we have sec, it is 1 upon cos. And then we have cot, it is 1 upon tan, or reciprocal of this, that is cos upon sine. So this is what the relation I was talking about. So these 3 are related to these 3, and simultaneously these 3 are again related to these 3. So what happens, these are few things what we need to remember and memorize, because these 2 we don't use quite often, but apart from these 2, all the other formulas are very important when we talk about trigonometry. So these things you need to memorize and keep always, you have to remember this. All right, so this is the first part of this, and now we will move on to the other things. This sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec, cot, these things have few more values and few more formulas are there related to them. So I'll talk about those formulas as well. Now we have sine. We take an angle with sine, that is, let the angle be theta. Then we have cos theta. Then we have tan theta, cosec theta, sec theta, and cot theta. Okay, again we have the 6 things here, 6 ratios, what we call them. Now you need to remember that trigonometry, it is the pattern, it is the formula that we can use when we have a right angled triangle. This can be only used when we have a right angled triangle, and in a right angled triangle there is one angle that is absolutely 90 degrees. Then I'm talking about an angle, so this can be theta, even this can be theta. When I am talking about this theta, this becomes base, this becomes perpendicular, and this is hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is the longest side of any right angle triangle, so this remains the same always. Let the theta be this or this, doesn't matter, this will be the hypotenuse. But when the theta changes, for example, I take another triangle and this is 90 degree, this is theta, so this is 90, this will be hypotenuse. As I said, it never changes. So what is in front of theta? We have this particular line, this becomes perpendicular, and this is base. So you need to remember the theta, the place of the theta is a very important thing. If the theta is here, this angle, so what is in front of this angle? This particular line, so this becomes perpendicular. And when we have theta here and we have this line, perpendicular line in front of this angle, so this becomes obviously perpendicular. The other one is hypotenuse anyways, so the other third line or the third side is the base. So this is very much important. And one more thing you need to remember, that is P, B, P, H, H, B. You can rhyme it however you want to do this. P means perpendicular, B means base, and H means hypotenuse. And then I'm putting few more things, S, C, T, C, S, C. So what are these? Sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec, and cot. When we are talking about these three, sine, cos, tan, we look down. And when we are talking about cosec, sec, and cot, we look up. What do I mean by that? For example, I'm talking about sine theta. So this is sine, it becomes perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Okay? When I talk about cos theta, it becomes base upon hypotenuse. When I talk about tan theta, it becomes perpendicular upon base. Okay, similarly here I was looking down, now I have to look up. Cosec theta, this is cosec, it becomes hypotenuse upon perpendicular. Then we have sec theta, it becomes hypotenuse upon base. And at last we have cot theta, it becomes base upon perpendicular. So here I'm looking up. Now again, in the beginning, as I said, these are related to one another. See here, sine theta is perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Then it's relative, cosec theta, it becomes the reciprocal of this. It becomes hypotenuse upon perpendicular. Similarly, cos theta is base upon hypotenuse. Sec theta becomes the reciprocal of this, that is hypotenuse upon base. Then we have tan theta, it is perpendicular upon base. Here, cot theta becomes base upon perpendicular. I hope you got this. If you want me to repeat this one more time, please write down in the comments. I will definitely explain this one more time to you. This is the basics of trigonometry. You need to remember this one as well. There are many rhymes, there are many things where you can, memorize this. You can use your own ways as well. So this thing in your mind, you will automatically get this very easily. So this is about it, and as I said, this thing very much important. You need to remember this as well. So I'm just taking this off. Now when we are talking about trigonometry, we have one more very important thing to remember or to make. Why I'm saying to remember or to make, there is a table, that is trigonometric table, that you need to memorize. In case if you're not able to memorize it, there is a way to do it. I will show you the way. Once you get to know the way of making that particular table, it is very easy. So first time you may find it a bit lengthy, but actually it is not. All right. So now when we talk about the angles in class 10th, we have few angles that are in our syllabus that we need to know the value of. So the angles are 0 degree, then we have 30 degree, then we have 0, 30, 45, then we have 60, and then at last we have 90 degree, right? So now we need to find what is sine 0 degree. So there is a table in your book. You can definitely memorize that, but if you are not able to memorize it, this is the way how to do it. What is the trick here? What you have to do is write 0 here, then the counting proceeds 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, now we have the highest here as 4. Divide all these numbers with 4. Easy. Then put a root on all of them, square root, and at last see if you can cancel something. We have 2 here, 2 and 4, and then 4 goes, it's 1. So now if I see 0 upon 4 is 0, so it becomes 0. Okay, then under root 1 remains 1 here. Under root 4, I can write this as 2 square, because 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. Then we have under root 1 and under root 2. Unbreakable, we can't do anything about this. Then we have under root 3, and then again under root 4, I can write this as 2 square. Why? 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. Then we have under root 1 just there, so we will write it as under root 1. Now what happens? We know for a fact that 0 under root 0 doesn't make any difference, so it is 0. Here square and root gone, we have 1 upon 2. Then under root 1 is 1, under root 2 will be the same, under root 3 will remain the same, 2 and square gone, then we have square root and 2 gone, then we have 2 here, and under root 1 is 1. So if I see sine 0 degree is 0, sine 30 degree is 1 upon 2, sine 45 degrees is 1 upon root 2, then we have sine 60 degree, that is root 3 upon 2, and at last we have sine 90, that is 1. Okay, now this is for sine theta. What about cos theta? Do we have to follow the same procedure again, everything again? No. The simple thing what you need to remember is whatever you have written here in the last line, the same line will be written here but in the reverse format. So what I'm going to do, the last one will be written first. So 1, then I have root 3 upon 2, then I have 1 upon root 2, and then I have 1 upon 2, and then at last I have 0. Okay, so this is very simple. Sine, then we have cos. Cos is just the reverse of sine. So 0 goes that side. Then we have 1 upon 2 there. 1 upon root 2, anyways it's in the middle, so it remains here itself. Then root 3 upon 2 is here, and then 1 here. Okay, clear? Okay, so I'm just rubbing the few things here. I'll just take off this thing and even this. So let me do one thing. I will just take these things up. It is 0, then I have 1 upon 2, then I have 1 upon root 2, then I have root 3 upon 2, and then we have 1, and then cos is 1 under root 3 upon 2, 1 upon root 2, then 1 upon 2, and 0, right? So this is what it is. I'm just taking this off. So now what do we have to find? We are done with sine, we are done with cos. So there are few more in the family left. Then we have tan. Okay, you remember in the beginning, as I said, tan theta is equal to sine theta upon cos theta. That's what I'm going to use here. So tan theta will be sine upon cos. So we have the value of sine, we have the value of cos. So 0 upon 1. Here it is 1 upon 2 divided by root 3 upon 2. Then we have 1 upon root 2 divided by 1 upon root 2. Then we have root 3 upon 2 whole divided by 1 upon 2, and then 1 upon 0. Okay, now what happens? 0 divided by 1. You might be knowing it, but there are many students who think that 0 upon 1 is infinity, but it is not infinity, it's 0. 0 divided by anything will be 0. Okay, then it is 1 upon 2 multiplied by, you know it, it becomes the reciprocating here. We are 2 upon root 3 we will write here. Then here also reciprocating 1 upon root 2 into root 2 upon 1. Then we have root 3 upon 2 into 2 upon 1. And here this is 1 upon 0. 0 divided by anything is 0. But 1 divided by 0 or anything divided by 0 is either not defined or infinity. Always remember this, guys. So 0 upon 1 is 0. But 1 upon 0 will be not defined or infinity. So now let's cancel whatever we can. So this is done. So now what do we have? 0 will be as it is. Then we have 1 upon root 3. Then we have 1. Then we have root 3. And then we have not defined or infinity. Clear? So this gives us the value of tan theta. I'll just write it a bit up here. So what are the values? It is 0. Then we have 1 upon root 3. Then we have 1. Then we have root 3. And then we have not defined or infinity. Okay. What about the next one? Now we are done with tan. Now we are about to do, this is sine, cos, tan. Then we have cosec. Cosec, you remember I said it is 1 upon sine. Okay, so we have 1 upon 1 here. Then we have sine, the value of sine, that is 0. Then it is 1 upon 1 by 2. Then it is 1 upon root 2. Then we have 1 root 3 upon 2, 1 upon 1. Okay, so 1 upon 0, just now I said it is infinity or not defined. Then 1 multiplied by, this is reciprocating here. Then we have 1 into under root 2 upon 1. Then we have 1 into 2 upon under root 3. And then 1 upon 1 is 1. Okay, I'm just rubbing this one. So let's write the value of tan cosec theta. Now what do we have? Not defined will be as it is. 1 multiplied by anything will not make much of a difference. It is 2. 1 multiplied by root 2, again root 2. 1 multiplied by 2 upon root 3 will be 2 upon root 3. 1 will be 1. So we have got the values of cosec as well. So cosec 0 degree is not defined. Cosec 30 degree is 2. Cosec 45 degrees is root 2. Cosec 60 degrees is 2 upon root 3. And then cosec 90 is 1. Now what do we have? We have sec theta. Sec theta is either you can write 1 upon cos theta, or there is another way. Just the way we did sine and cos, we have the same pattern here as well. Cosec theta, reverse of cosec theta will be sec theta. So I will write 1, then 2 upon root 3, then root 2, then 2, and then not defined. Clear? So this is sec theta. Now we are done with sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec. What is left? We have cot theta here. Cot theta. Now when I talk about cot theta, it is 1 by tan theta. So what do we have? This is tan. So first of all we have 1 upon 0, then 1 upon 1 by root 3, then 1 upon 1, then root 1 upon root 3, and then 1 upon not defined. Clear? Okay. All right. So this is cot. Now 1 upon 0, it will be obviously 1 upon 0. As I said earlier as well, anything divided by 0 is not defined. Then 1 multiplied by root 3 into 1 is root 3. 1 upon 1 is 1. 1 upon root 3 will be 1 upon root 3. And 1 upon not defined is 0. Okay? Please guys, remember this. 1 upon not defined is a 0. Okay? So this is the table. And this table, as I said earlier as well, If you can, please do remember or memorize it. But if you can't, and don't waste your time in memorizing this table, you have got this way. This is a very simple way. You might find it lengthy, but it is not. Once you practice this, it will be very, very easy for you. So these are the values, and if you don't know the values of sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec, cot, the values of 0, 35, 45, 30, 45, 60 and 90, you might not be able to answer many questions. So you need to remember this, memorize this. So this was the table that I was talking about. This was the basics of trigonometry, part 1. Now we will go further and do few more questions in our next video. Till then, please do watch this video, complete video, and please do subscribe to our channel as well. And I will be seeing you in the next one. You have a great time. You have a wonderful time. Please be safe enough. Thank you so much.